Greetings and welcome, my friends. This is the 710th version of the Black Knight. This one should do well, right? We get a shuffler special with a good mix of cards. We have draw, bounce, and some defensive measures. The bad part is our lands, but we have the colors to play out what we have. Keep your pants on. We draw a second authority, and we'll play it out. Against creature-based strategies, the authorities are capable of buying us time to find cards we need to deal with enemy men. They play out a beast binder. It's kind of like your MTG binder, or that poke your mom binder you deny having. We draw a third land right on time. We don't have the blue mana to hold up our counter, so we'll play out the second authority and the talent. They fire off a Dragon Hunt, a potential removal, but only if they toss a card. And they do, to take out our token. We always love seeing opponents use removals on our token men. We'll always be able to make more, and they won't ever have enough removals. We get another talent, and that will be our play. We'll get another token that they'll likely want hit with a removal. They play out a momentum breaker, and that will take out our token. Unfortunately for them, their board doesn't pose a big threat. We draw a Verge, but what we really need is an island or plains to enable the first one. With that, we'd have enough blue mana to fire off our cards with Kicker. They play out a Van, the Street Thief, which will start stealing cards off the top of our deck. We can't counter it, so they'll be able to get their guy down, but we can delay them with our bounce. We draw another counter, but what we need is more mana, especially to fix our colors. Let's consult and see what we can dig up. We get a choice between 3 lands and another talent. A shrine would enable the Verges we have, and we'd have the blue mana we need to enable our cards. Let's take one. They stole a Verge. That was an awful hit. Better luck next time, bro. They play out a Screaming Chicken. Love to hear it. They use the map token right away and reveal a lackey on top. They get the pump on their Screaming Chicken. We'll need some of our creature control soon. The life gain from the authorities is a great delay, but it won't hold against a growing squad of enemy men. We'll play out the scroll, and that will leave us with the mana to counter or tap their men down. They go for a Breaches, but we don't need this particular set of pants on board. Let's hit it with a counter, and we can tap down their men as well. The Interception is just so good. Not just a counter, but a defensive measure as well. They play out their binder. He wants to show us his Yu-Gi-Oh! Collection. We draw a swamp, we have the mana to level up a talent, and we'll still have our counter up. They go for another breaches, but those pants aren't going to make it down. Keep them on, bro. This time they have 3 men, so one of them will get through. We'll tap down the guy with vigilance in case we get a split up. They get another land with the hit. They're a big O for 2. We draw a land which will take our consult up to 7. Let's fire it off with kicker and see what we can grab. There's no split up, but we do have a Beyond the Quiet in the mix. Let's grab the bounce, and we'll take the sweeper. We can't fire it off now, but we'll be able to next turn. They go for a Frost Cliff Siege. Unfortunately, it's going to give them card draw when they get in for hits, and we can't stop them. We draw a split up. We've got ways to deal with their men now. Let's smash. They activate their manland. If that's the best they can do, we're happy to see it. They'll get a loot and a draw from their siege, but it looks like they are suffering from being underpowered on mana. They play out a tiny boned wonder that will cancel out the damages they just did. We'll level up the other talent this time and get back the consult. We don't have permanents in the grave for them to steal with tiny bones, but taking hits means they get to draw cards and they still have their van to play out. There's the van down by the river. We'll have to take the hit from Tiny Bones, but we'll be in a better position once we take our turn. That looked like another land, and it was. Thanks for taking all these land draws off our hands, bro. You've been so much help. It's the end of their turn and time for our consult. Let's take the Caretaker's talent and another consult. Once we start generating otter tokens, we'll get additional card draw. The split up will get the job done here. Let's take down their men, then we can level up a talent. From here on out, we'll get an otter token with every instant and sorcery we fire off. It's the beginning of the end for them. They play out a Gonti. It's another way for them to steal cards off the top of our deck. We draw another sweeper. It's all bad news for the opponent. The beauty of it now is that we get a token when we fire it off, and with the Caretaker's talent in play, we'll get a draw, so our sweeper essentially replaces itself. That's right, fire in the thief hole. We get another land, which is fine. Even with what we have, the game is under wraps. We'd have to mess up big time to lose it from here. They activate their man land. They're never going to get the job done with it, but if it makes them feel like they're getting somewhere, then go for it. Enjoy the hit, bro. They drop in another van. This one will end up in the river along with the others. They activate their man land yet again. We're not concerned with the damages or their card draw. In time, we'll have numbers, and they won't have enough removals to deal with our tokens. They play out another Siren. They must like canceling out all the damages they do. It's the end of their turn, and we'll fire off our consult. We'll get an otter token, a draw, and then we get the best 2 cards from the top 10. I like the Betrayal to nail their Siren and the Fountainport. In case we don't have a way to generate an otter, we can make sushi or treasures. Let's fire off the Betrayal and say goodnight to their hopes and dreams. Taking the Caretaker's talent up a level will give us another otter. Then taking it up to level 3 will give our otters some pump. The tables have been turned. The opponent agrees and gets the smell out of town. GG's extra token cheese. This is Rich Arb asked. He likes his creamy, soft skin and hates direct sunlight. We get a mono black shuffler special. We can play out 1 whole card with this hand, Mull. Then we get a mono white shuffler special with 0 plays in hand. Going down to 5 would be the kiss of death. Let's see what we can do here. Keep. We'll send one of the talents on down. It's not as great when we can't generate tokens reliably. They play out a Trashtronaut. Mono red, perhaps? We draw the talent we sent to the bottom. Shout out to the Shuffler. It is mono red. They're going with a Challenger, a hasty little beater that survives on from the dominant version of mono red from seasons past. We draw a 3rd land, and it's the perfect one. We can take out their men with our split up. Fire in the red hole. Amazing. They get the now banned Nemesis. That's an automatic 3 to our precious face. They better enjoy it, as that might the last time they get to play it. We get a 4th land, which is pretty good. Now we can fire off a consult with Kicker. They don't add to their board and just get in for hits. Once it's the end of their turn, we'll fire off our consult. The authority is the easy grab. We'll have to decide between a land or the talent. Let's take the land. On our turn, we can play out the authority and still have the mana for the second consult. We draw another land, which is fine. Let's play out the authority and pass the turn. Your go, my bro. Once again, all they got is damages. At the end of their turn, we'll fire off our consult. We have to take the split up here. It'll take down their Nemesis. And a counter is always good. We'll help them by taking 2, but this way we'll have mana up for our counter in case we need it. And now we'll smash their Nemesis. They go for a Nova Hellkite, but with 0 removals in hand, we'll have to counter it instead. Not today, Satan. Keep it in your pants. We draw another counter, which is good. We can afford to play out a talent, and when we generate tokens with the Fountainport, we'll get extra draws. They go for another Nemesis, but we've got a counter for that too. Negative Ghost Rider. The pattern is full. They can't handle it, and their pants explode. That's GG's extra counter cheese. This is some O-tier time. Why does it smell like hippo poo? We get a 3-lander this time. We've got a talent and bounce that we can fire off. We'll give it a shot. Keep your pants on. We'll kick the game off with our talent. It's possible our otter might be able to do some damage before they deal with it. We draw a shrine. That's our source for black mana. We can play it, and we'll be able to fire off our betrayal when we need it. They play out a Drowner, which will keep our token tied down. We draw another betrayal, and we can fire one off to eliminate their Drowner. Fire in the Drowner hole. They go for another Drowner. This one will surely stick around longer, right? We draw a consult, but this turn goes to our second betrayal. That's 2 of those down, only 2 more to go. They play out a Curiosity at sorcery speed. It does have flash. We draw a Sweeper, but this turn we'll take our talent up a notch to get back a betrayal. They play out a bat, but it's their choice of which removal to take. And we have a bounce as well that they need to consider. They take the betrayal. They take the sniper rifle, but leave us the nuke. They send in their Curiosity. Yeah, we'll block. We draw a counter, although we would have liked a 5th land. They activate their Shark land. Now they've got 3 men to send in. We'll fire off our bounce and send their Curiosity packing. Without it on board, they will not get to draw. There were 0 lands in the cards they milled away. It's the end of their turn, and now is the time for our consult. We need a land. And we get a top 4 without a land. That's 0 lands in 8 cards. Out of these, we'll take the split up. We get a 5th land, finally, and now we have to decide what to do. They know about our sweeper, and we could leave the split up as a surprise. But the curiosity pretty much demands to be exiled. We have to play split up. They still play out the curiosity, even with the betrayal back in our hand. We have to clear out their curiosity. There is no choice. And the betrayal is the perfect card to do it. So easy, even a caveman could do it. They go for a Kaito. The only answer we have for those is our counter. And we'll counter it. We can't let them have a planeswalker. They activate their sanctuary. It'll be a source of pain until we deal with it. We get another talent, but we don't have the mana to play it out, level it up, and fire off a betrayal. We're 1 mana short. The sweeper has to be it. We'll follow up with the talent, and we'll have an otter we can use as a blocker. They hit our token with removal to be sure they can get in for damages. With a Weftwalking in hand, we're not concerned about the mill. The real concern is the damages. Let's get a fresh set of cards. Sure, they'll get a free spell, but they've got only 1 card in hand. They activate their shark land, and this hit will bring us down to 7. We'll go with our Caretaker's talent as our free card for the turn. Apparently, it's not what they wanted to see. Next up, we'll take a talent to level 3. We'll get an otter with every instant and sorcery. They stick to the plan and activate their land. They also activate the sanctuary they just played out. That doesn't have haste, bro. We draw an authority which could get us some life back, but wait, let's not play it out just yet. We do get a free card. Let's fire off the split up first. Then we'll follow up with the authority. It's time for one of our consults. Let's grab up some more ammo. Out of these, I like the counter. We get to grab 1 more card, and it should be the sweeper or the scroll. In this case, I think I like the scroll better. Let's use the Caretaker's talent to make another otter. They'll need 3 removals to get us with their land. And if they don't have removals, we can block and take down their land. They fire off a removal to take out one of our otters. 1 down, 1 left. They fire off another removal to take out our last otter. That's all their cards gone. They activate their shark land, and we'll fire off our consult when they send it. They thought they had us, but we'll get a blocker at the last second. I think we'll take a man-land of our own here. Let's take the Caretaker's talent up to level 3. Then we'll fire off a bounce to get back our Weftwalking. We'll want to be able to play it out if we actually get low on cards in our deck. Let's toss the land in the sweeper. We've got the power of tokens and a removal as well. They drew a Curiosity. That's great that they played it out before attacking. We'll be able to hit it with bounce and get a second token. The Shark land gets activated and we know it'll be coming in. But let's wait until it's sideways, and now is the time. Let's bounce their Curiosity, and we can now block their land and take it out. Let's fire up our manland, and we can return the beatings they've been dishing out all game. They give us the GGs, they threw what they had at us, and we're still here. The Curiosity comes on down, that's fine. Our removal will take care of it for good. They follow up with a Siren, and that we can't let them have. Let's counter it and keep the Curiosity isolated. Fire in the cat hole. With the manland, we now have 10 damages on board. If we play out the talent, our tokens will get pumped to lethality. Then all we have to do is send it. This was a tough battle, but we managed it. That's GG's extra token cheese. And that, my friends, is another satisfied customer.